Rest in peace to Malcolm-Jamal Warner, who died from an accidental drowning at the age of 54, which is way too young. He leaves behind a wife and a daughter. He chose not to publicly share their names. Yeah, I had no clue Malcolm had a kid. I had no idea Malcolm was married. Malcolm, I knew the women that he's dated in the past, and it always felt like to me that Malcolm was always going to be perpetually single. And I always thought like the love of his life was Michelle Thomas. Michelle Thomas popped up on the Cosby Show for a few episodes, but she's best known for playing Myra on Family Matters. And Malcolm and her dated during their teenage years. I don't know how long they dated. They dated for a little while. And then even after they broke up, they were good friends all the way up to when she died back in 1998 from stomach cancer. Beautiful girl. Beautiful girl. But yeah, so I had no clue that Malcolm was married. So I feel so bad for his wife, and I feel really bad for his daughter. Any kid, no matter what age, when you lose a parent, doesn't matter if you're 5, 10, 15, 50, whatever you are, it's hard. It's hard, especially if you had a devoted parent. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, he had a good, solid career. Like, he didn't blow up, right? Like let's say Blair Underwood, like, you know, coming off of like Crush Groove and things like that. But Malcolm had a steady career. So he had Malcolm and Eddie with Eddie Griffin. I think that was on UPN. It was a funny show. I always liked Malcolm and Eddie. I guess behind the scenes, Eddie Griffin and Malcolm-Jamal Warner didn't quite get along. Because I think there were two different comedy disciples. Like, Eddie was a straight up stand up, and Malcolm came from working with Cosby on the Cosby Show, which is a traditional sitcom format. So maybe they clashed that way. But the show was funny. And then after that, Malcolm was just a solid working actor. Like, I'm watching season 6 of Suits, and Malcolm popped up on that, and he was good. It was an understated role. He's like one of those guys who maybe don't blow you away all the time, but he's almost like a glue actor. Like, you feel like when he's in a scene with you, you have a good working actor. Like, he's a very giving actor. Like, he doesn't mind if you have the funnier lines or the more dramatic lines. He's a good working actor that you can play off of. So, steady guy. I wish he had gotten something like a CSI or Law and Order or NCIS. Like, he would have been great on those shows. So I don't know. When TV decides who to cast and who not to cast, sometimes I wonder why he didn't get that break. But let me tell you something, man. Theo Huxtable might not go down as one of the greatest characters ever in TV, but for a guy like me who's around the same age of Malcolm and New Edition, his character was important because he was just a regular. Malcolm-Jamal Warner as Theo Huxtable was just a regular dude. Yeah, his mom on the show, Claire was a lawyer and Bill was a doctor. But if you get past that, the stuff that Theo was going through, talking about girls, grades, having a crush on a teacher, making your parents upset, like it's all relatable. It's relatable to all races. When you see a young black dude on camera that kind of, he's like, oh yeah, he kind of looks like me, or he kind of looks like my cousin, he looks like my brother. Like, he was a relatable dude, and girls liked him, but he was just a relatable guy. I don't think if Malcolm-Jamal Warner was around today as a teenager, he might not get cast. He doesn't look like a model. He doesn't have an English accent. He don't have 6-pack abs and all this BS that they want today when it comes to actors. They want more models than actors, and I'm glad that I had Malcolm-Jamal Warner to watch, him and Kadeem Hardison on A Different World. I'm glad I had these actors back then, and Lawrence Tate and all these guys that came through, where they're just regular brothers, man. Regular brothers, charisma, great style. Malcolm played jazz. He was a jazz guy. Man, I hate that we'll find out what happened to him later. I hate when I hear people drowning, man. It's so tragic, man. And from a Gen X's point of view, this is a never tragic loss. As Gen Xers, we have gone through so many tragic losses over the decades. It really kicked in the 90s, where you have Biggie and Pac and Eazy-E, and then we had Left Eye and Aaliyah, and then, we have Michael and Prince and Whitney and Gerald Levert. Like, we've seen, and I'm not even talking about like the actors and actresses that we've lost along the way too. It's like, we have seen a lot of loss. Left Eye from TLC. Man, you talk about going through a lot of heartache. It feels like, when you're a Gen Xer, like, everything that we've loved and enjoyed, there's always some tragic tale to it. Like, either someone's dying or going to prison or sued. Man. Rest in peace, Malcolm-Jamal Warner. My condolences to his wife, and especially his daughter. I know when he thought I'm sure when he said, when I die, he'll probably say the actor who played Theo Huxtable. And it's probably true. But thank God we had Theo Huxtable. And I wish in 2025 the kids had more Theo Huxtables, especially young black boys and young black men. They need that type of image on TV today.